What could be funnier about a anti-immigrant, America first, America alone, xenophobic country who apparently doesn't need anyone crying about a decrease in tourism? This should be hilarious. Let's check this out. We're going to see mega voters being furious about global boycott of American tourism. Let's just attack all of our allies. Let's threaten to annex Canada. Let's call their leader, their prime minister, governor. Let's purposefully disrespect pretty much everyone on the planet. And then, hey, where's everyone? You don't want to visit? We're the best country in the... You don't want to visit us? You don't want to visit us in our hospitality? Anyways, let's get to it, man.
I just wanted to put out a request to anyone that's not
What is it?
living in the hellscape that is the United States right now. Please don't come here. Nothing else is working. Nothing's working. Everyone is protesting.
A new controversy
So she's obviously not a mega person.
is brewing as reports of a global boycott of American tourism sparks anger among some MAGA voters. They say the backlash is unfair and damaging to everyday Americans.
I know it's an AI, but he's right.
Listen closely as people from across the country share their reactions and personal stories about this growing international tension.
Child, tourism is down in the U.S.
Sure is.
Let's talk about it.
While MAGA diehards keep chanting, "We don't care," every time someone points out the cost of Donald Trump's policies.
That's thousands, if not tens of thousands of tourism jobs potentially are like at risk, at least full-time ones, right? People are going to they'll get knocked down to part-time, at least for the foreseeable future. I know Canadian trips, especially by car and air as well for that matter, but by car they were down something like crazy, 20 to 30%. I think it was millions of Canadian trips lost, and they're spending hundreds to thousands of dollars each time. That's gonna add up.
International tourists are quietly delivering the one response that matters in Trump's America, which is they're not coming to the United States for vacations. We have new data now from the World Travel and Tourism Council. The U.S. is on track to lose over $12 billion in international travel spending this year. That's a decline.
Oops. Oh, I am apologies about that.
If you want a vacation rental or a small hotel, a bed and breakfast, whatever, you notice it. Everything is down. Business is way down. And they're continuing to do everything to hurt the tourism business, not help.
$31 billion. The United States of America is negative $31 billion in tourism so far.
And now, the Epstein war, the Iran war is, really, really going to be hurting them in the long run, I would say as well. Man, I misspoke there. Weird.
In the U.S. in 2025, 6 consecutive months of declining tourists from other countries. This is the answers that I get. Nobody wants to come to a dictatorship. Nobody wants to be detained. Nobody wants to be shipped to a foreign country. Las Vegas...
31 billion. Billions and billions and billions. 183 countries experienced growth in tourism. The U.S. was expected to increase 8% in 2025. Instead, it lost 6%.
Experienced the worst
14%
amount
difference.
of visitors in October since 2021. I want to
numbers.
remind everyone that Las Vegas, Florida, California, New York, those all are large tourist destinations that generate hundreds of thousands of jobs and stimulate hundreds of thousands of jobs.
My wife and I talked about this. We're like, we want to go to New York, but not right now.
Canadians alone normally bring $20 billion to the USA. That creates an additional 150,000 jobs and stimulates thousands of more jobs. Nobody is coming here for at least the next 3 years, as long as we are on.
Oh, it's irreparable. I mean, maybe not. But the thing is, Trump is a symptom, right? He's an underlying, like he's a symptom. He's a puppet. He's the face of like this kind of nasty American arrogance, entitlement, ignorance, all the things that people don't like too much. Threatening your friends and backstabbing them, attacking them economically, and openly saying, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna, I could use military force. I'm not saying I'm gonna, but I might. Like, Trump talks truly, I can't remember who said it, but he does use this kind of like, tough guy, I'm a mafia boss, I'm so good at negotiating, when really he's a bull in a china shop a lot of the times. Diplomatically, his foreign policy's been, it's not working out too good. This Iran war seems to be a disaster. I hope the American people love, $5-6 a gallon for the foreseeable future, if not more, and grocery prices skyrocketing, American soldiers dying, the anti-war president
on a human rights violation watch list.
Breaking news this afternoon. So tourism in the United States is down by at least 20% in some areas, such as Las Vegas, New York City, etc. So I guess the government of the United States does not realize that the economy's trash, tourism is down, and now the administration wants to put a fee. If you apply for a visa to come into the United States of America, they want to impose a fee of anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000 in order for you to be able to get a visa and come to the United States. And once you leave, the time that you requested through your visa is up and you leave, they will give you back the money that you paid, supposedly. So,
they're checking, you had border agents checking social media of people to see if there's any, honestly, they're probably looking for anti-Israel content. They're not going to let you in the States. Can't be talking bad about, Israel. But also like anti-Trump administration content. What are they're not going to let you in? This is the land of the free, and all the MAGA people saying, well, we love free speech. We love debate. We love a free economy. We love the laissez-faire, capitalism, and just unbridled capitalism forever and always. Profits. Shareholders. More profits. And yet, you have the president just going after anybody, essentially, that speaks about him. Dude's got the thinnest skin.
I mean, I don't understand if they don't realize how bad this is going to affect the economy, even worse than it is now. How much worse it's going to make travel. Do you honestly think that the way the world is right now, people have $10,000 to $15,000 extra just lying around to pay for a visa to come visit?
Did you know that many countries around the world have travel advisories against coming to the U.S.? It is considered unsafe to set foot in the U.S.
You might get detained. You might have ICE come up to you and ask you to prove your citizenship.
Fellow Brits and fellow Europeans, do not travel to America. Don't do it. Do not do it. Every day we hear another despicable and disgraceful story of people being kidnapped off the streets by ICE, green card holders being deported, immigrants with protected status being sent off to countries that they're not even familiar with.
But basically, my mum lives in America. And I literally said to her about a month ago when we booked my flights, I said to her, I'm really, really, really not comfortable with coming. I don't feel good right now about the US. I really don't want to be there, to be honest. And then I also said to her, I've been seeing videos, and not very many, but a few videos about tourists getting detained. I also spoke to her about the fact that green card holders were getting detained, but she sort of put an end to my nerves and said, I really want you to come, I want you to see my new flat, that kind of thing. And I felt really bad, obviously, because I want to go and see my mum and I want to go and see her life and whatever. But I had a big old conversation with her where I was like, I don't feel safe. I truly, truly do not feel safe there.
They are not lying about Vegas being dead, y'all.
Vegas is the stupidest city ever to be built. Let's build a metropolis, a city in the middle of the desert. It's 40 degrees. There's no water. I mean, there's water, but for a whole city? Why do you have to build it there? And it's just an epicenter of overweight, excessive overweightness. Let's put it that way. This person is talking about Vegas. Let's see what they have to say.
Just on the strip, and last year around this time I made like $300 to $500 a day in tips, and today I just walked home with $124.
Vegas is just crazy and there's party everywhere, and then we arrived here and it was like
tips. I don't tip. What do you mean you don't tip? He doesn't tip. Anybody? He's the world's smallest violin, okay? Yeah.
that city.
What happens in Vegas could spell trouble for the U.S. economy, the subject of chatter on social media for months now. Empty streets and casinos, one even saying Vegas is actually dead.
Why aren't Canadians traveling to the U.S. according to the study?
Rest in peace, Vegas.
And survey that you did.
Well, long story short, they're angry and they're...
I think he means long stories get short. It's not long story short. Many of you might think it is long story short. It's actually long stories get short. Don't judge a book by its look. Okay? Good. All right. What's Amir Elon saying?
Feelings are hurt. But one thing that we've seen consistently is that it's the political rhetoric, the trade policies, the tariffs, and so forth that have really, really made the United States of America less desirable to Canadian travelers.
Please do not come.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Canadian travelers are so done. The sentiment from Canadians, the only Canadians who are like, yeah, pro-US, are really, really stupid separatist Albertans who want to become the 51st state. Like, you can't. So that's a very small number of people. Does not anywhere near even represent Albertans. These people are crazy. But yeah, Canadian sentiment is still, it has been very badly damaged by Trump and his administration and the sycophants and people that suck up to him all around him. He was a big reason, actually, the Conservatives didn't win the last Canadian election, because Pierre Poilievre certainly aligned himself with the Trumposphere, right? The manosphere of Trump influencers, and he was doing podcasts, and he was, spouting off with some kind of Trumpian speak and stuff like that. And then when Trump attacked Canada economically and said he's going to tariff us, and he wants all of these concessions from us, and he's insulting, calling even people that hated Trudeau were angry that Trump was calling him Governor Trudeau. But then that turned a lot of votes away from the Conservatives, because they saw what Poilievre was siding himself with in the preceding months. And it was pretty funny that was the iceberg that he hit. You can't make this shit up, folks.
To the United States. We are not the same country we were 4 months ago. It is not safe here anymore. They can pull you off the street. They can detain you. They'll do God knows what to you. They're doing it to our own citizens. They will do it to you. Please do not support American products. Don't buy American. Don't vacation here. I'm very sorry to say this, and I want to apologize on behalf of all rational Americans in this country who are fighting Trump tooth and nail with everything we have. We're sorry. We're doing the best we can to get rid of this guy. And all his crooked cronies, but we're having a very difficult time doing it. We handed him the keys. An ignorant populace handed him the keys to this kingdom, and we're finding it very difficult to even slow him down, frankly.
I think it's time we boycott America. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. Boycott America. I've said it before. I'm personally not going there. Normally, I love going to Florida with the kids and the family and what have you. That's somewhere that I've always been. I'm not going there. I'm certainly not going there until this administration is gone, until that man passes, hopefully on a stage somewhere whilst he shits himself. Literally, I'm not going. And if you've booked a holiday, cancel it.
So I was going to make this other video because people are talking about that the tourism and the small business businesses are going to be okay here in Florida. Well, I'm in Tarpon Springs, Florida, and we are in a big tourist district called the Sponge Docks. Normally, we are packed with
the Sponge Box?
people. People are walking around. People are spending money. People are enjoying themselves.
Okay.
See this back here? I am the owner of Fresh and Tasty back there. Right there. I can't open every day because we do not have the tourists out here. So, yeah.
From small business owners to travelers and workers in the tourism industry, many say they're already feeling the impact. MAGA supporters argue the boycott punishes ordinary people, while critics say it reflects global frustration with American politics, and it's well-deserved. These voices reveal how international tensions can quickly hit close to home.
So, I don't know about you guys, but me, as a European...
That was some poor lip syncing. That was similar to the Nemoidians in Phantom Menace, remember? The way they talk and their lips kind of just go like... I can't really do it, can I? But their lips just kind of move, and then the words are completely not even synced up whatsoever. Yeah, that was a Nemoidian. That was a bit Nemoidian by me. All right, what's this woman got to say?
God punishes
That's a still
global
stupid AI
hit
guy.
close
Who's this
to
guy?
home.
So, I don't know...
Hey, this guy looks familiar. I think he's a YouTuber.
I don't know about you guys, but me, as a European, I'm pretty scared of traveling to the US. I was thinking about going to the World Cup, but that's not an option. Like, chances are pretty high that I'm gonna die. Killed by ice.
Is anybody else absolutely 100%?
I wouldn't say chances are high. I mean, if you went to like an area where ice is at, I guess it would be. But I feel like you can usually avoid dying, at least by... I mean, but certain people can't, obviously. But I mean, just like if you didn't go to a protest or something. I'm not even trying to make a joke here at all. I'm just saying, like, I feel like that I would say the chances are probably not that high, but maybe being like arrested or detained, probably still not high though. Just objectively thinking about the statistical chance.
Is it not going to the U.S.?
But it's still happening to way too many people. 100%. It's atrocious. 100%.
Like, I wouldn't go to Nazi Germany, so I'm not going to the U.S. Anybody else? Anybody else like, yeah, I'm good.
One of the many reasons I will never ever move to America.
I do think ICE was so strange because they're just like in the streets in jeans. They're just like fat guys who are not even in shape. They have no sense of professionalism whatsoever. And they're just like waddling around, gravy stains on their bulletproof vests. They don't even have any like uniform standards. You can't even tell who's who. How do you even identify these people? It's just wrong.
Forget gun crime for a moment. Biggest thing on the rise right now, death by ICE agent. The amount of terrified citizens in America right now.
A lot of Americans forget that their own cities thrive off of tourism. In 2023 alone, the United States travel and tourism market contributed...
I don't think they forgot. I think Trump doesn't give a one hoot. That's what it is.
It's a $2.36 trillion. And the cities and states that rely heavily on hotel taxes, sales taxes, and other tourism-related fees, less tourism for you means less funding in education, transit, and infrastructure in your city or state.
We're actually watching America isolate itself in real time, and it's already affecting tourism, businesses, and scaring everyone away before they even arrive. You see, US tourism spending has gone down tremendously this year, and that's all thanks to Trump's policies, with a major travel analysis showing that international tourism in the US has actually gone down by 8.2% in 2025 alone, which, by the way, completely reverses the earlier forecast of growth, with economic losses of about $12.5 billion since America's a business now. And that's largely tied to tighter immigration rules, tariffs, and an overall negative sentiment towards the United States.
Okay, how are y'all shocked that all these people are...
She's spitting.
...boycotting the FIFA World Cup? Why wouldn't they? You truly think that they will want to come to this country just to be harassed by a bunch of forever always groiping ICE agents, also known as but seriously, they should have told y'all something when people stopped coming into this country for vacation. Mostly Canadians going to Florida. This is further proof that Trump destroys everything he fucking touches. Tourism's down. Of course, tourism down.
Why would anybody outside the U.S. visit the U.S. right now? The risks so outweigh any reason to go to the States, in my opinion.
Your travel in the US might be getting cheaper, but it's not for a good reason. Because of all the chaos that's been going on at the US border and more broadly in geopolitics, a lot of people internationally are choosing not to travel to the US anymore. International travel from other countries to the US is way down. Plane arrivals in particular were down over 10% year over year. Bureau of Labor Statistics also reported that March was the first month where we actually saw costs for things like car rentals and hotels in the US go down. Goldman Sachs estimated that in a worst case scenario, we'd be losing 90 billion in GDP just this year due to these international travel trends.
Goldman Sachs. $250 to enter the USA. I think this is the fee that I was thinking about earlier. I think it's like the electronic travel thing, maybe.
Well, $250 to enter the United States. If that's not reason enough to boycott, I don't know what is. Now, I'm sure there's a lot to unpack in the rules. It says online a non-immigrant visa, but this could even apply to Canadians, and why that gets my back up. Obviously, I'm Canadian.
I thank Donald Trump for the boycott that we're currently receiving in the United States from Canadians. I know most of you may not be feeling this or may not see it yet, completely unaware because you don't see it in your daily life. But just let me tell you this. I had a couple of riders this week, both from Toronto.
Yeah, I think it's quieted down the last few months, but say 6 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago, Canadian unity and anti-US kind of solidarity was pretty crazy, pretty astounding, really.
So both are coming down to see family. One had a newborn baby in the family, and the trip had been scheduled for a while, and the other had a sick family member that they needed to come see. And they both told me basically these stories. Number one, that when they went to the airport, that the U.S. Customs, and for Canada, you get on the U.S. Customs and in Canada, that there was like nobody in line. And that both planes were like half full as opposed to being completely full. And usually there's a 2-hour wait or more that they told me. They also told me that because of Donald Trump and because of his tariffs with Canada and the way that they have been treated by Trump, they are boycotting every single product in Canada that is made in the United States.
If I did not...
There you have it. All right, I'm going to finish the rest in a part 2. Let me know your thoughts down below. Really like hearing from all y'all. It's craziness. Yeah, Trump. The internet's a wild thing, and politics is a wild thing. 2026 is a wild time, and yeah, be prepared for those gas prices to keep spiking. Food prices probably going up. We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know when. We might be hearing that song with some imagery of mushroom clouds. Dr. Strangelove? Dr. Strangelove, anyone? All right, good stuff. Night.